You are standing in your kitchen, coffee in your hand, podcast in your ears. Episode 47, a show about morning routines. And then the host says 7 words, and your body does something your mind did not decide to do. Your job is ordinary. Logistics coordinator, mid-sized freight company. You have been doing this for 6 years. You live alone. You have never served in the military. You have never worked in intelligence. The podcast is called Better Mornings. Episode 47 is about the psychology of routine. The host says, when the environment signals readiness, the trained mind does not hesitate. 7 words, in a specific rhythm, and your coffee cup is on the counter, and you are facing the door, and your right hand is at your side in a position you have never consciously practiced. And you do not remember putting the cup down. You stand there for 11 seconds. You count them later. 11 seconds where your body is waiting for something your mind cannot name. Then it passes. You pick up the coffee cup. Your hand is completely steady. That is the part that frightens you most. Not the response, the steadiness after it. Like a system that ran a check and found everything in order. You try to remember the last thing you were thinking before the phrase. You cannot. There is a gap, 11 seconds, but the 11 seconds are not there. You go back to the podcast, 14 minutes and 33 seconds in. When the environment signals readiness, the trained mind does not hesitate. You press pause. You say the phrase out loud. And something happens. Not as strong as the first time, but something. A pull, a direction. North, northeast. You know that without knowing how you know it. You sit very still, and something begins to come back. Not a memory. A memory has context. This is different. A room, no windows, fluorescent light, a table with 2 chairs. You are sitting in one of them. Across from you is a person you are not looking at. You are looking at a map on the table, and you are explaining something. The eastern entry point of a building you have never been inside. The second guard rotation, the timing window. With the confidence of someone who has done it, the memory closes. You are back in your kitchen. Your coffee is cold. You look at your hands. They are steady. You walk to your front door. You look through the peephole. You do not know why. Your body took you there. They come in fragments over the next hour. Coordinates for a location you have never visited. A surname. 7 letters. You can spell it perfectly. The specific weight of an object in your right hand that you are not currently holding. And a voice, not the person across the table, a different voice, from somewhere above and behind you, saying one sentence. You will not remember this part. You write everything down, the coordinates, the name, the building entry, the guard rotation. You fill 2 pages. You look at what you have written. And you understand something that makes the steadiness of your hands feel like the worst possible sign. This is not the first time you have written this down. Your handwriting, on pages in the notebook you are currently holding, but the ink is older. 3 pages near the back, the same information, written 3 months ago. And below it, 1 line you did not write today. Do not listen to the podcast again. You wrote that 3 months ago, and then you listened to the podcast again this morning. You go back to the app, your listening history, episode 47, today, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, 3 times. You have listened to episode 47 3 times. You have no memory of the previous 2. You go to the show's public page, episode list, episodes 1 through 46. No episode 47. You go back to your app. Episode 47 is there. You check the RSS address. It is not the public feed. It is a private address. A long string of characters you do not recognize. You search for it. Nothing. You find when you subscribed, 18 months ago, the same day you started your current job. Your current job, logistics coordinator. You think about the freight company. You think about the one container that is never on any manifest. The one that arrives at the East Dock on a rotation that matches nothing. The one you were told on your first day is pre-cleared. You have been walking past that container for 6 years. You open the notebook again. The building entry, the eastern entry point, the second guard rotation. You know that building. You have been there every working day for 6 years. It is your office. You look at the coordinates. You open a map. You enter them. The pin drops, not on your office, on your apartment. This apartment. This kitchen. You are sitting at the coordinates. You go back to episode 47. You check when it was uploaded. This morning, 4:51 a.m. You check the upload account, a string of numbers, except the last 4, which spell your name. Someone with your name uploaded this episode this morning to a private feed only you are subscribed to, knowing you would listen, knowing what would happen. You think about the voice. You will not remember this part. You think about the warning from 3 months ago. Do not listen to the podcast again. And you understand. The person who uploaded this morning's episode is you. A version of you that was active before this morning. A version that knew what listening again would do. A version that left you a warning 3 months ago. And this morning decided the time for warnings was over. You sit in your kitchen, the notebook open in front of you, the coordinates pointing at this chair. North-northeast. That pole is still there. You think about the container at the East Dock, 6 years of walking past it. Whether you were placed here to watch it, or to move it, or to stop it. You read the warning one more time. Do not listen to the podcast again. You think about the version of you that wrote that, what they knew, what they were trying to protect you from, and whether this morning's version decided you were ready. Your phone buzzes, a notification from the podcast app. Episode 48 is now available.